Tottenham. Also, another end of the story, and that's an important one, is for William Saliba. Congratulations to Arsenal, because I've been telling you several times how Saliba was a top target for Real Madrid, a big target for Real Madrid, but not in contact, not advanced, for one reason. I always told you, the ball is in Arsenal court. And now Arsenal, after sending an improved proposal to William Saliba, it was at the end of August. So in the final days of the summer transfer window, Arsenal and their director Andrea Berta sent an improved proposal to William Saliba. Arsenal wanted to be fast to avoid Real Madrid trying to enter into the William Saliba conversations, to avoid any problem. 2 years left on his contract, 2027, but now new 5-year deal agreed between William Saliba and Arsenal. And it's a fantastic news for the Gunners. Not just because they keep one of the best players in the squad, not just because it's William Saliba, one of the best players in the world in his position and not only, but because they are sending a message to the whole squad, to the fans, to the whole Arsenal world. Players, staff, fans. This project is not just now, it's for the long term. This is a fantastic project with many important players, with many young players, but also with the ability to keep superstars like William Saliba, one of the best in the world in his position, if not the best, with a new long-term contract, with a 5-year deal, and with William Saliba saying no to several opportunities. If Saliba wanted to wait maybe one more year and then eventually go to Real Madrid, he had the possibility to do so. Saliba decided to commit to Arsenal. Saliba decided to trust Arsenal project. And so I think this for Arsenal is not just a fantastic news because they keep the player at the club. It's a fantastic news because they are showing that this project is advancing very well, that this project is trusted by their superstars, that they can keep players with very long contracts. They are not going to lose players, as other clubs around Europe, not just in England, did in the recent years. So I think this is a brilliant news for Arsenal. They've been able to do that very quick, so also avoiding the problem to have Saliba out of contract, maybe during the season. Imagine in February, in March, in April, maybe you are fighting to win titles and you have all the rumors in the media, but Saliba contract is expiring in 1 year. What's going to happen? Real Madrid extending all this kind of saga, avoided by Arsenal by closing this agreement immediately. So congratulations to Arsenal. That's a very important achievement, and William Saliba, very happy to stay at the club and be a big part of this project. So an excellent news for sure for Arsenal.
After Saliba and Saka, Arsenal now want to offer excellent star a new long-term contract. Jurrien Timber is likely to be the next Arsenal player to be offered a new contract by Andrea Berta, Arsenal insider understands. Berta has been intent on tying some of the Gunners' most important players down to new long-term deals since arriving at the Emirates in April, with Gabriel Magalhaes, Miles Lewis-Skelly, and Ethan Nwaneri all committing their futures. Meanwhile, William Saliba is set to sign a new deal after news broke earlier this week that there had been a breakthrough in negotiations between the Frenchman's camp and the Arsenal hierarchy. Bukayo Saka is expected to follow suit and commit his long-term future to his boyhood club, with Timber now most likely the next contract to be sorted on Berta's agenda. Jurrien Timber is likely to be offered a new Arsenal contract. Arsenal signed Timber from Ajax for just £34 million in the summer of 2023, spending the entire duration of the 2023/24 season on the sidelines with an ACL injury. The Dutchman returned at the beginning of last term, looking to usurp Ben White in Mikel Arteta's team. Producing consistently excellent performances, Timber was arguably one of Arsenal's best performers in 2024/25 and is now in line for a new contract. The 24-year-old is currently earning a purported £90,000 a week via Capology, which is lower than most in the Gunners squad and certainly doesn't reflect his standing in the team. Transfer expert Graham Bailey told Arsenal Insider that he expects Timber, whose current deal is valid until 2028, to be the next player Berta convinces to extend. I think Timber will be the next big one, now that he's proved himself, Bailey said. They'll probably give him this season before entering negotiations. He's due a new deal and is arguably the first choice right back now. He's on relatively modest wages compared to other players of his level in Arsenal's squad, and the club will want to ensure he commits his future before anyone can tempt him away. Timber has been described as excellent, and thus is certainly deserving of a more lucrative deal. David Raya and Martin Odegaard could also get new Arsenal deals. Similarly to Timber, David Raya is also on a relatively modest wage relative to his importance to Arteta's team. The goalkeeper is currently earning £100,000 a week, and his deal expires in 2028. Meanwhile, Martin Odegaard's contract also expires in 3 years, and despite his struggles, the Gunners view their captain as extremely important and will no doubt want to tie him down to a new deal. Raya has taken a massive step up in the last 18 months, and Arsenal will want to reward him for that. Bailey told Arsenal Insider, his deal expires in 2028, so he's among that crop that could get new deals soon, as could Martin Odegaard. Arsenal are convinced they have one of the best midfield trios in world football with the Norwegian, Martin Zubimendi and Declan Rice. They'll want to renew Odegaard at some point next year, so those are the next 3, most likely, Timber, Raya, and Odegaard. How much Bukayo Saka is now set to earn with new Arsenal contract, it's surprising. Bukayo Saka is Arsenal's best player. The Englishman has been immense for Mikel Arteta over the years, and he has produced several incredible performances. Saka has entered the final 2 years of his contract at the Emirates, which is a slight concern as every big club in the world would surely be keeping an eye on his situation. However, Football Transfers have claimed that Arsenal believes Saka will sign a new contract by Christmas, and his salary will increase as well. As per Spotrac, Saka currently earns £195,000 a week at Arsenal, which makes him the 6th highest paid player at the club. The report claims that with his new deal, the Arsenal number 7's wages could reach £250,000 a week. That is a surprise, as the England international would still have 2 players above him on Arsenal's wage list. Arsenal already have 5 players earning £200,000 a week or above on their wage bill, and that number will go up soon. Saliba's new contract will definitely add him to that group, while the report has claimed that Saka is going to be there as well. It has further been claimed that the discrepancy between Saka's wages and the 2 players above him is expected to form a key part of discussions in the coming weeks. Nevertheless, a positive outcome is expected. Darren Bent thinks he knows what Mikel Arteta is going to do with Eberechi Eze against Newcastle on Sunday. Arsenal signed Eberechi Eze from Crystal Palace for £67.5 million in the summer. The attacking midfielder has enjoyed a promising start to life in North London, scoring once and registering 2 assists in just 5 appearances thus far. That said, some have been skeptical of Arteta's use of Eze, with many fans urging the Gunners' boss to use the 27-year-old centrally. The Spaniard obliged in the second half against Manchester City and against Port Vale in midweek, but Darren Bent believes he'll revert to using the player out wide on Sunday. Part of me thinks he's going to go solid. Bent said on TalkSport, because of how big their midfield 3 are and how strong they are. Part of me thinks Mikel Merino, Declan Rice, and Martin Zubimendi is what he's going to do. And then maybe again, Merino, Rice, and Zubimendi. Yeah, and then maybe Eze on the left. Mikel Arteta has to start Eberechi Eze centrally over Mikel Merino against Newcastle. While Newcastle are a physical team, trying to out-battle them in the middle of the park isn't the way to beat them. The Gunners are better suited to try to play through the Magpies' press with their superior technical quality, and this means that Arteta must start as many technical players as possible. This means Mikel Merino's robustness is not needed for this game, while Eze's guile and craft in the final third is. Arsenal need to create more chances than they have done in games against Liverpool and City, and the only way they do this is by deploying Eze as an advanced number 8 and starting one of Leandro Trossard or Gabriel Martinelli out wide. If Arteta opts not to do this, he'll certainly come under significant scrutiny. And that wraps up today's biggest Arsenal news. If you enjoyed the update and want to stay on top of everything happening with the Gunners, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Come on, Arsenal!